Hello, Frankie Park Foxes. This is Mrs. Miller, and right now I'm showing you my backyard, what I get to look at from my kitchen every day. Right now you can see today is a very snowy day, hopefully the last one for the year. This is April 17th, a bit late for snow, but it is absolutely beautiful. So anyway, that's the woods that's around our house. And because we live by the woods, we have a lot of wildlife and deer. We have a lot of deer. And the story I'm going to read you today is called Lost in the Woods. And this is a story about a little baby fawn. You can see these little spots on him. That's how you can tell a baby from an adult, along with size. Of course, they're smaller, but the pictures in this book are really cool. It's by Carl R. Sams II and Gene Stoic. Those are the authors, and I'm guessing it's not an illustrator because there's photographs in this picture, so they don't have an actual illustrator, but they would have a photographer. And when we see pictures, we usually think this is going to be a nonfiction book, okay? But this is a story, and although there might be some fictional or non-fictional ideas in it, it's still a fictional story. So, Lost in the Woods. And this is the dedication of the book. It says, "For those who protect wild places and care for wild things." And I live right next to two nature preserves. A nature preserve preserves nature for everybody to be able to enjoy. It's land that can't be touched by the government. It can't be sold. Acres is the group that owns the land, and a lot of people donate land. The land down the road from us is called the Dustin Nature Preserve, and it's in honor of Jane, and I can't think of her husband's name right now. I think it's Tom. That's not right. Anyway, the Dustins donated their land when they left, and Acres took over the land and has made a preserve. They preserved that land for you. So you can always come out and walk around the nature preserve. There's lots of cool trails out there. There's also another one right across the highway or the road from us. That's by Centennial Woods, and there's a lot of cool hiking trails there. So if you're looking for something to do someday, that might be something you could try. All right, here we go with the book. The spring frogs singing with 1,000 trilling voices were silenced by the rising sun. Trilling voices are kind of warbling, kind of a, that's a trill. New life came to the woods before the sun touched the tops of the trees. He slept quietly in the tall grass on the north edge of the meadow where the trees start the forest. So he's right on the edge of the forest, all curled down there in his little grassland. "Get up, get up, get up," shouted the red-winged blackbird. "Shh, shh, shh," hushed the mouse. "I think he's lost. Just let him sleep." "I've been watching you. You've been alone for a long time," said the chipmunk, stuffing another acorn into his fat cheeks. "I hear you're lost." "Mama said to wait to wait right here," whispered the fawn. "She will come back." Cool pictures. Aha! "So you're the lost babe in the woods," announced the cardinal. "I'll use my red color and fly through the treetops, signaling for help." "I'm not lost," said the fawn, not looking up at all. "She will come back. She said she would." And here's the fawn, just sitting and waiting. The sun climbed to a higher place in the sky, drying out the morning dew. The fawn stood alone in the tall, shadowed woods. "Stretch your legs to make them strong, but don't wander too far." I mentioned italics the other day. These words are in italics here. See how they're kind of slanty? And these words are written in a regular font. These are slanty because they're showing you that these are the words that the mother said to the baby fawn. She said, "Stretch your legs to make them strong, but don't wander too far." And here's the baby stretching her legs. So she remembers her mom's words. Where did she come from? Should she be here? The goslings jabbered all at the same time. Where is his mother? His ears are so big. Is he dangerous? And here are the goslings. What do you think goslings are? Goslings are baby ducks. Baby goose. Sorry. Where is your mama? Hissed the goose. Oh, I didn't really read that very well. Look at this. Where is your mama? Hissed Mother Goose. See how the author did that to make us see how the goose was talking? She said she'd be back. She will, called out the startled fawn, turning towards the woods that seemed larger and lonelier than before. How scary must that be for the deer to be, the baby fawn to be there without its mother? I'd be afraid if I were a baby. Did I go too far? The sound of the loud voices and laughter carried the wind. The birds suddenly stopped singing. The fawn dropped down to hide in the tall grass. Pull back. I'm trying to make it so you can see the pictures well. So there's somebody coming. Here's the picture. Here's the fawn still hiding in the grass. When trouble comes looking for you, lie still. Oh, so very still. Don't blink an eye. Don't twitch an ear. Let your spots work and don't make a sound. You are a newborn, born without a scent. Trouble's nose will not find you. So what can that mean? The baby is born without a scent. So when this baby is born, there's no human scent, there's no mother scent, there's no scent on it. And the mama is going to be careful and try to protect her baby. What they do is when the mother, which is the doe, she continues to keep her baby scent free by eating her fawn's urine and droppings. And that way there's no evidence of that baby around. And humans can't touch a baby either because then their scent is on the baby and they don't want any scent on the baby because they don't want any animals to pick up that scent and go after the baby. Oh, we have a tree here. What's that? Something blending in. Oh my gosh, you can barely see. There's a frog here. I don't know, it's really hard to see him. He really blends in there. Well done, chirped a voice from nowhere. I can hear you, said the fawn, but I don't see you. That's because I'm the master of camouflage, boasted the little frog, the tree frog. Green is my color. I find my color and I'm out of sight. And actually, this looks kind of, I guess this is kind of green in that in your picture it almost looks kind of brown. So that big word camouflage, he said he's the master of camouflage. Do you know what camouflage means? I bet you do. Camouflage means, and he said here, the fawn said, I don't see you. I can hear you, but I don't see you. And he talked about how he blended in. That's what camouflage is. You blend in so you can't be noticed. There's the picture. There's the fawn hiding in all the grass and the flowers in the meadow. Look how he used his spots. He did, said the katydid, looking down from her leaf. Mother Doe would be so pleased. So here's the katydid that's talking to him and said, he did. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, just what his mother said. Tut, 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 chittered the squirrel. Do you suppose Spotty's hungry? Tut, tut, tut. Not to worry. I've tucked them here. I've tucked them there. Hundreds of acorns, seasons ago. And did I not tell you I do share? Most definitely. And look at the way that is written. I don't know if you can see that word definitely at the bottom. That's not how you spell it. We're going to talk about that later. Oh, yes, flapped the dragonfly. I'll zoom through the meadow as fast as my wings can fly. I'll bring back food. Good idea, said the turtle. I'll just wait right here. And there's the turtle. Just wait. Who do I see? Hooted the little owl, Saw-Whet Owl. A saw-whet owl is one of the smallest owls in North America. Someone's moving through my woods. I saw it. Who's coming through the woods? Where? Bleated the fawn. Suddenly, a shadow darkened the warm sun. And you notice here, and he's saying, saw it, I saw it. Instead of saying saw it, he's saying saw wet, the name of himself. Here's the pictures. The fawn turned to look at the dark brown eyes of his mother. I knew you would come. Remember this, she said, licking her spotted coat smooth. He lifted his ears to listen to Mama's words once more. You are a newborn, born without a scent. I have to leave so Trouble's nose cannot find you. Stretch your legs, make them strong, but don't go far. Soon it will be your time to follow. So soon the baby's going to get to go out and explore the world. Her words were remembered as he drifted off to sleep. And there goes Mama back out in the woods. The sun chased away the night as it had done many times before. The meadowlark sang his morning song. Days passed by, and the fawn grew stronger, as did the other babes in the woods. I know I can, puffed the determined raccoon, struggling to keep falling off the log. I can do it. He's trying to climb up there. He's not real strong yet. He's just a baby. What are you doing? Asked the fawn. Climbing trees. I'm getting good at it too, bragged the little raccoon. Do you climb trees? I don't think I can climb trees, answered the fawn, but my legs are getting stronger. I'm trying to see if you're getting to see the whole picture. Oh, that's a cool picture. Tomorrow is the most important day of my life, chirped the baby chickadee. Dee. Tomorrow I'm fledging. You are what? Asked the fawn, wrinkling his nose. Fledging. I'm going to flutter my wings and fly. I need to work out a few wobbles, then I'll fly up there with the big birds. A great, great day indeed. When do you fledge? I don't know if I can fly, said the puzzled fawn, but I think my time is near. Do you think that fawn's going to fly? I don't think so. So his fledging, he won't be able to fledge, he won't be able to fly, but he will be able to go out in the world just like the new baby birds are going to be able to fly out and see the whole big world. Could it be? Is it his time? Sputtered the raccoon from above. Up popped the goslings. Say what? Say what? Say what? It's time! It's time! Shrieked the red-winged blackbird. What's it time for? What is it time for here? Ready? Asked Mother Doe. There's so much to see. Yes, it's time. I'm ready. And out he goes into the world. The end. So, this is a story about how a baby deer starts his life, about how he finds his way into the real world. And I think I lost my markers there. Oh, here we go. Sorry. I'll get better at this, I hope. So there were a few tricky words in here. We've been talking about finding little parts in words and how that can help you. And so I have some words that I picked from the book. Some of them we might want to talk about the meaning a little bit. All right, here's the first word. Okay, do you see some parts you know in there? Look and see what parts you see. Maybe you saw that CH. And there's that word at. Put it together, we have chat. There's that ER part that says that's in lots of words. And that suffix ED. So we can put it all together and say chattered. Chattered makes a big, tricky word easier to read. Now, this is another word we came across, and we talked about how you can break off that first part of the word. We have a consonant, vowel, consonant. We can underline all the vowels to help us here. Oh, I already underlined something here. I'm gonna, so here we can break off this part, cam, and this is a little tricky here. This part says O. You wouldn't think it is. Two vowels go walking. That rule doesn't work. The ow rule doesn't work. So we have cam, O, and then here we have that full part. There's a consonant blend, and there's the word age. Vowel, consonant, magic E. Camouflage. Camouflage. That's where we use the strategy where we try different sounds. Okay, you might have tried camouflage because the G can make a G sound. But when the G has an E, when it has an I, or if it has a Y after it, it has the soft J sound. So we have camouflage. And we talked about how camouflage is the ability of an animal to use its markings to hide itself, its colorings and things like that. All right, this was another word we came across, and this is how it was written in the book. It was a squirrel talking, and so look at that word in the middle, nut. We have definite, and there's that ly suffix on the end. Now, when you write the word definitely, it's really spelled like this. Definite. Whoops. Definitely. Okay, so they changed the spelling of it so that it kind of matched the character that was saying that. Definitely instead of definitely. This was that word fledging that we talked about in the book when they were learning, the birds were learning to fly. And we said that the deer don't learn to fly, they don't fledge, but they do get to go out into the world just like the new baby birds. So once again, we have that G that's followed by the I that gives it that J sound. And I bet you all recognize that suffix of ing. And there's only one vowel in this first part, so it's probably going to make the sound. There's the full part, and we have fledging. All right, now I have one more word, and then we're going to do a little quick activity before we go. This is the last one. This was the word. Well, let's look at the parts. There's a consonant blend again, tur. There's the word ill, like when you're sick, turill, and there's that suffix, ing, trilling. So you can see some of these bigger words that might kind of scare you when you first see them are really not that scary if you look for the parts and blend through them. Now, if you remember, the title of the story was called Lost in the Woods. So I'm going to write the word woods here. All right. And we have the word woods. This part, if we say it slowly, woods. Woods. This part makes that sound. Can you think of a word that has that spelling for that sound? Can we make an analogy with that? We have woods, wood. I could take the S off. That might make it easier and just look at wood. Wood, a word that rhymes with that is hood. Wood. And once again, we have that O part. Underline that part. Now, I want you to take a minute and write as many words as you can think of with that O part. You can pause your computer and write that, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm not going to wait that long because you were supposed to pause your computer. So let's see what words maybe you came up with. I had hood. Then I thought I could change that last letter and make it say hook. Oh my gosh, I can think of lots of words that rhyme like hook, and they're spelled that way, like took, book, look, shook, cook, nook, like in a little nook of your house, a little reading nook. We could use the OO part in the middle of a word like stood. Maybe you can think of some more, but this is a start. So I'm going to let you go with this. You have a great day. And when I see a fawn, a baby deer, or my big deer, I'll try and take a video of it and send it to you. I hope you all have a great weekend. See you later. Bye.